Ending a marriage is never easy. In Colorado, the legal road ahead can seem tangled with unfamiliar terms and daunting procedures. But don't worry, this video we're going to break down the essential steps, the types of divorce, and the confusions, making the way for a much smoother journey through this very emotional, financial, and legal challenge. What's going on, family? It's Bobby Friel here with the Just Living Realty Group. Please take notes during this next few minutes, and thank you for visiting with me today. You know, I've gone through a divorce myself, and we've helped dozens of clients through this very same situation. And on this channel, we talk about topics like divorce in Colorado, real estate, and mortgage. So before we head off to review how to actually file for a divorce here in Colorado, please do me a favor, head down, like this video, and of course, if you're new here, please make sure that you're subscribed and have the bell clicked for notifications when new videos are uploaded. And you know, we get so many phone calls, emails, and texts every single day from people just like you needing real estate and mortgage guidance while going through divorce. So if you need help, just simply reach out. There should be a link in the description or the top pinned comment to book a meeting. Before we start, remember that at least one spouse must have been a Colorado resident for 91 days before filing for divorce. This establishes the court's jurisdiction over your case. Next, you should know grounds for divorce. It's important because it's a no-fault state, meaning that you only need to state that your marriage is irrevocably broken to file for divorce. You don't need to prove fault or assign blame. But it's a little bit more complex than you might think, so let's get into it. The first fork in the road is contested versus uncontested. To make it easier, think of it as choosing a road. There's the rocky one, the contested divorce, where spouses haven't reached agreements on key issues like who gets the house, how to divide the property, or how to raise the kids. This path often involves lawyers and court battles. And thankfully, there's also the uncontested divorce, the smooth road where you and your partner see eye to eye on everything. Here, lawyers are optional, and the process can be much faster and less stressful. Beyond divorce, other paths to consider. But sometimes marriage isn't quite working. But divorce isn't the only answer, and Colorado offers other options. Annulment, it's like hitting the reset button on your marriage. If your marriage was invalid from the start due to fraud, force, or other reasons, an annulment can declare it null and void. Legal separation, it's like living apart while still legally married, and a court will sort out things like property, debts, and child custody, giving you breathing room without ending the marriage altogether. Some couples use this as a trial run before divorce, while others find it works for them for the long run. Getting down to business. So you've chosen your path. Now let's get to the nitty-gritty of filing for divorce. We've covered a lot of ground already, but there's still more to explore, like paperwork, service of process, financial disclosures, and more. We'll even get into some aspects like child custody, property division, and alimony, but a bit later. First, picking your guide, lawyer or DIY. Figuring out all the legal stuff can be confusing. If you hire a lawyer, it's like having a knowledgeable guide to help you through the maze to look out for your interests. However, if your divorce is friendly and straightforward, you might consider the DIY route. Similar to following a well-marked nature trail, your choice depends on how comfortable you are and how complicated your situation is. Here's a rough breakdown of what your lawyer expects from you. In an uncontested divorce, if you and your partner see eye to eye in everything, you can sail through a smooth, lawyer-free divorce for as little as $250 in court filing fees. Very straightforward and budget-friendly. But in an uncontested divorce, things get trickier when disagreements arise. Lawyers become your guides, handling the legal jungle. Expect a lawyer fee to range from $5,000 to $20,000 or more, depending on the lawyer's experience and the complexity of your case. You are climbing a mountain. It's a bit tough, but with a pro guide, you'll make it to the top without too much hassle. Paperwork, forms, and summons. Now equip yourself with the essential tools, the petition for dissolution of marriage, and the summons. These forms act as your passports to the legal world, giving the court must-know details about your marriage, assets, and what you're seeking, like dividing property or deciding child custody. In simple words, you are handing the judge a detailed map of your situation. Delivering the news to your spouse, the serving process. Once armed with the forms, it's time to formally let your spouse know about the legal process. This is called service of process, and you can either hand deliver the documents and use a courier, or in some cases send them by mail. Imagine it as politely tapping your spouse on the shoulder and saying, "We need to discuss some legal paperwork." Or you may just hire a professional, as they're experts at delivering documents correctly and providing proof of service, saving you time and headaches. Reaching agreements and navigating kids in your Colorado divorce. Remember, reaching agreements isn't about just saving time and money, it's about creating a smoother sailing post-divorce. Mediation can be your compass as a negotiation adventure, helping you and your spouse find workable solutions together. But if stormy seas and disagreements arise, court hearings await. Be prepared, gather evidence, organize your arguments, and remember the judge prioritizes the well-being of your children above all else. Speaking of children, in Colorado, their needs become the guiding stars in your divorce journey. Two most important aspects come into play. Child custody. You know that child custody is a shared parenting map outlining how you'll care for and raise your children together, even after your paths diverge. Colorado calls it parental responsibilities, which include parenting time, when their kids are with each parent, like spending weekends with moms or weekdays with dads, and decision making. Big choices like schooling, healthcare, major life changes, where both voices should be heard. Remember, Colorado doesn't pick favorites. The judge wants decisions based on what's best for the kids. They'll consider factors like your child's wishes, if they're old enough, relationships with each parent, and a stable home environment. Child support is like financial rain, ensuring your kids have the resources they need to thrive. Both parents contribute based on their income, time spent with the children, and any special needs involved. Goal: maintaining the same standard of living they enjoyed during the marriage. Remember, child support calculations can be adjusted if life throws curveballs like income changes, but stay flexible and focused on your child's well-being even through rough patches. Plus, know that Colorado requires that your children have lived there for at least 6 months since birth before you can file for a divorce. It's another important detail to keep on your radar. Now let's see the dividing property, dealing with debts, and emerging from your divorce empowered and ready to start a new course. After the emotional storm of separation, dividing your worldly possessions can feel like sorting through wreckage. But in Colorado, there's a guiding principle to calm the chaos: equitable distribution. It's honestly a treasure map, ensuring a fair, though not necessarily equal, split of the marital property. This map considers various factors beyond just dollar signs. The judge might adjust the scales based on financial fair play, who earns more, who sacrificed their career to raise the kids. The map aims to balance things out post-divorce. Marriage mileage: the longer the journey together, the more likely the spoils get shared evenly. Contributions, big and small: did one spouse build a business during the marriage? Did the other keep the home fires burning? Both efforts count towards the final treasure split. Let's see this map in action. The first example: Captain Mom stayed home with the kids while Captain Dad sailed through corporate seas. The judge might award her a bigger share of the treasure to level the financial playing field post-divorce. In our second example, Captain Dad's tech startup launched during their voyage becomes a gold mine. The map factors in its value, dividing the riches, but not necessarily 50-50 between the ex-shipmates. And in example 3, after a long marriage, Captain Dad's salary vastly outstrips Captain Mom's. The map might tilt slightly in her favor because she needs to ensure that she can maintain a decent standard of living after they set sail separately. Remember, not everything is up for grabs. Treasure inherited by one spouse or gifts received before the voyage stay with their rightful owner. It's only the marital plunder acquired during the joint adventure that gets divided according to the equitable distribution map. Now, you might think it's over as we've tackled property division, but the financial storm might still have some rumbles left. Alimony, known as spousal maintenance or support, can provide a safety net for one spouse after the divorce. Think of it as a financial life raft, helping them stay afloat and adjust to new waters. But alimony isn't automatic. The Colorado legal system aims to be fair, not to create a permanent dependence. So who might need this life raft? Homemakers who put their careers on hold to raise the kids. Imagine Captain Mom steering the family ship while Captain Dad climbed the corporate ladder. If she needs time to brush up on her skills and re-enter the workforce, the court might award her rehabilitative alimony. It's like a temporary boost to find her sea legs again in the job market. Spouses with a big income gap: if you think of Captain Dad bringing in the treasure chest of gold each month while Captain Mom's earnings were more like pebbles on the beach, during the divorce process, the court might order temporary alimony to ensure Captain Mom can maintain their accustomed lifestyle until things settle. Long-term voyagers facing rough seas. After decades together, one spouse might be approaching retirement age or struggling with health issues, making self-reliance difficult. In such cases, the court might grant permanent alimony to ensure Captain Mom has a steady financial wind in her sails. Remember, alimony isn't set in stone. If life throws a curveball like a job loss or a remarriage, the court can adjust or even end the payments. It's a flexible safety net adapting to changing tides. Here are a few things to keep in mind. So negotiation first. Before heading out to court, try working on an agreement with your spouse, because open communication and collaboration can save time and emotional energy. You definitely want to know the factors that the court considers, like the length of the marriage, each spouse's income and earnings potential, the contributions to the family, both financial and non-financial, and any special needs when deciding on alimony. So get legal advice, because alimony can be complex. Consulting with a lawyer can help you understand your rights and really navigate the legal waters to the best possible outcome. Divorce goes beyond splitting belongings and sorting out child custody. It's also about getting ready for that financial road ahead, because alimony, when approached considerately and responsibly, can really be a tool to help both spouses navigate the financial challenges and discover stability as you go your separate ways after the journey together concludes. So this was just like a quick guide to dip your toes into the pool of general divorce know-how. But for a big and deeper dive, please take time to talk with a real estate agent and a mortgage professional. Of course, that's what I do here, because I've gone through it, and someone like me that's licensed with both real estate and mortgage can help with all of your financial questions, as well as prepping for a home sale if that's the way it goes. It all just takes some planning. So don't hesitate to reach out, find your way, and cruise through the divorce journey with confidence. My biggest hope is this has been your guide and kind of like a go-to buddy for your divorce proceedings. I wish you all the best as you sail into this next chapter of life. So check the top pinned comment to book a quick chat with me. And as always, stay sweet and don't forget to get out and enjoy those sunny days.